Hello everybody, this is Will with another episode of the Unapologetic Hunter. Appreciate you guys tuning into us today. For all of our subscribers, we really want to thank you and let you know that we appreciate you guys subscribing to our channel and following us. And for those of you who haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please go ahead and do that. That way you don't miss any of our content. We put out content every single week, so you don't want to miss it. Today, I'm coming at you with another review. It is for the Kobalt LED dual power spotlight. We're going to just be doing an unboxing and a first impressions today. I haven't used this out in the field yet. We will soon enough. And again, I'll have a follow-up video to let you guys know exactly how it held out in the field. So before everybody starts chuckling and losing their minds and thinking that the unapologetic hunters are out there spotlighting deer, that is absolutely not the case, folks. There are a lot of reasons that we use spotlights out in the woods. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you a couple of the reasons that we use them. One's probably a fairly popular reason, and the other one maybe not so much. You might find it surprising. So make sure you watch to the end of the video. That way you know why we use them. So go ahead and get this started. I got the, like I said, it's the Kobalt LED dual power spotlight. It is a 1200 lumen spotlight, has a 350 meter beam distance, 4 hours on high, as far as the runtime is concerned, has 1 meter impact resistance, and my personal favorite is the dual power option, okay? It does have 3 different LED settings, the high, low, and flash. But one of the primary reasons I chose this light over all the other ones that I was looking at is the fact that it did have dual power option. It can run on 3 C batteries, or it can run on the built-in rechargeable battery. They provide the rechargeable battery that's built into the unit, and they provide the 3 C batteries. You can see them here in the packaging, which is great. I know a lot of times we'll be out there in the woods and we'll use our lights for a little bit longer than anticipated. And you know, I hate it whenever I'm out there and my charge on my light goes out and then I don't have a light for the rest of the night because my only other option is to recharge it. With this one, I can keep some extra C batteries with me, and if for some reason I use it for more than that 4 hours of maximum runtime on high, I can just pop some batteries in here and keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. It looks like I said, it comes with the light, it comes with 3 batteries, and it looks like it comes with the LED charge or a USB charging cable. So let's open this thing up and see what all we got. I know for those of you that are familiar with any of my review videos, you know that opening packages up are not my forte. I try very hard to not destroy the packaging, but it usually doesn't work out for me. See? So I'm just gonna go ahead and tear on into this thing. And yeah, here's the USB charging cable. It looks like it's a USB-C to a USB-A end. So you got the larger end and the smaller end. That way you can plug it into a charger. I'll have to dig the instructions out and make sure kind of look at what type of charger it requires. I'm sure probably almost any phone charger, or probably even hooking it up to a computer or something, or a external charger would work just fine. I got the batteries in there, and the instructions are underneath the batteries there, so we'll grab them out and look at them later whenever I can't figure out how to use something. And but yeah, so far, I mean, just as soon as I pulled out of the package, I really like the grip. It's a fairly hefty light. It's not too heavy, but it's meaty. It feels really good in your hand, like a pistol grip. I really do like how that feels. I don't have this charged up yet, but I will put the other batteries in. Maybe it comes with a little bit of charge. It does. So I'll turn it on just a little bit. There's one setting that was high. This is a low setting, and then there's a flash setting. It seems to be pretty bright. Again, I'm in a fairly well lit area here, and but I mean, this thing it's shooting a beam all the way across the room here, and it's incredibly bright. I really can't wait to take this out and see what it looks like at nighttime. It's going to be pretty nice. As far as looking at the unit goes, it is pretty basic. There's not really a whole lot to it. You just got the trigger here to turn it on, turn it off. It has a stand where you can actually you can turn the light on and stand it up. That way you can put the stand down and actually set it up and have your light stationary if you need to shine it on something and then walk away from your light. So that's kind of neat. I've never seen that before. You could probably hang this up somewhere too if you wanted to hang it from something. I bet that would work well as well. Work well also. On the top of the spotlight, you have the option to switch between your the lithium battery, that's the rechargeable battery that's built inside the unit, or the C batteries that come with it. So if I have it switched down to C, I can hit the button. Right now, nothing happens because I don't have the batteries in it. If I turn it up to lithium, I hit the button and then the light turns on. And I do like this one too, because when I hit the button, the light stays on. It doesn't go off. I don't have to keep the trigger depressed the entire time. Really like that option. Like I said, my initial impressions are really good on this particular light. I'm actually just going to take these out and put the C batteries in. That way we can take a look and see make sure that it switches properly like it's supposed to. It has a diagram of exactly how to put the C batteries in there. All right, so I got it in. I'm going to switch it up to C battery. And that's high, low, and flash. And I'll put it back up to lithium, high, low, and flash. Now, what I do notice with this is if I switch it from lithium to C, that's lithium, that's C, I'm not changing the intensity of the beam, but when I switch it to C, it seems to be a little less bright than it is with the lithium battery. So that is something that I do notice initially. It's still very bright even on the C batteries, but it is definitely not as bright as when you have it switched over to the lithium batteries as well. Overall, like I said, I really like this light so far. It's not too heavy. It's like I said, it's really meaty in the handle. It fits really good in my hand. It has like this rubber texture with the holes in it, and it really grips in well. I don't feel like I would drop this very easily at all. And it does have a 2-year limited guarantee that comes with it as well. I'll have to obviously look over the fine print and see what all that covers. I'm sure most of it, like any other product, is probably more geared towards like manufacturer defects and things like that. So, okay, it looks like to charge this particular unit, there's a little panel on the bottom of the light, and you just pull it up. And there's a place for the USB-C connection, and then there appears to be a LED light underneath it. I'm sure that's to indicate the charging status. So the USB is a 5-volt USB, which is the charger that it needs. It's not included again, but it shows here a picture of a laptop or like one of the wall plugs. So it looks like you can use like a 5-volt USB wall plug or a laptop or desktop computer. The rechargeable battery inside of this is 5,000 milliamp hour, and the charge time is 3 to 5 hours. It says when you're charging it, you want to make sure that the spotlight is off. It will be red while charging. It'll be green once it's fully charged. It does say that to make sure that the flashlight is turned off during charging. It also says that the optimal storage temperature for this unit is between 32 degrees and 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And it says when the unit is not in use, that they recommend that the battery is charged at least every 3 to 6 months. That's really about the only thing these instructions say. It's really all it really needs to say, I think. So hopefully that gives it a little bit more detail than what I was just able to actually observe on the packaging and from looking at it. Again, my initial impressions on this are great. I really like it. I can't wait to take this out into the field and use it. It won't be very long. So as promised, I did tell you guys at the beginning of the video, we would talk about a couple of different things that we use spotlights for when we're hunting. One of them is if you shoot a deer at nighttime and you're trying to track this thing. We always have our headlamps on. A lot of times we have just regular handheld flashlight as well. But this right here really comes in handy when you're in the woods at night trying to find a little bit of blood, on the ground in the dark. So we'll use our spotlights a lot of times whenever we're trying to illuminate the way when we're tracking a deer or any other animal for that matter at nighttime. I believe that's probably a very popular use for these, for any kind of light really. But using these floodlights like this, it does make the job a whole lot easier whenever you're tracking at nighttime. The other thing that we use it for is here in the state of Kentucky, you can actually go frog hunting with a firearm. We use these all the time whenever we're going frog hunting. I know a lot of people use the traditional gigs. We usually use 22 rifles or 22 pistols. And we'll take our spotlights and we'll use it to shine around the ponds and find the frogs, and we'll light the frogs up and with the light, and then we'll light the frogs up with the 22. So those are two of the many reasons actually that we use spotlights out there. A lot of us are fishermen too, and so we'll take these out on our boats with us. We do a lot of nighttime fishing, especially in the summertime for crappie and catfish, and so we will always find a use for a good light, whether it's a headlamp, a handheld light, or a spotlight. We're always going to have a good use for a light. So, and that's why I've really been focusing a lot of my reviews on some lights. I'm going to review a couple of more different types of lights for you guys and let you know what I think about them. Down the road, I'm going to have this out there in the field, so I will be following up with another interview on this, and I'm sure you're going to see this same light in one of our frog hunting videos or something like that down the road. So be looking out for that. Like I said, my initial impressions on this are good. I'm really looking forward to taking this out in the field and using it. So, well, everybody, I really appreciate you guys tuning in again for another episode of the Unapologetic Hunter. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video if you found it useful. It really does help us, folks. We really can't be doing this without you. We're really hoping to continue to grow this channel, throw a lot more tips and a lot more reviews out there. We really want to try to get more people involved in the outdoors and answer some questions for both beginners and advanced woodsmen alike. So, again, we thank you guys. We appreciate all of your support. God bless, and we'll see you next time on the Unapologetic Hunter.